Well, how do there, chums? 'Tis I, Captain of the Steves, and today, chums, for you guys out there in the viewerverse, I'm going to be unlocking 3 titles. Now, I've already got one of these titles unlocked, the Vision Master, which is the Gek one. I've got to do the Korvax one and the Vy'keen one. So here we go. This one here, the Echoes, that feel the judgment of Echoes. The Oracle is actually the Korvax one, and this one over here is for the Vy'keen Augur, if that's how you pronounce it. So, I'm going to be unlocking those 2 titles. Like I say, Vision Master, the Gek one, I've already done, people in the viewerverse. Heck yes, let's get started. So, for the Korvax one, I need to be in a Korvax area of space, which I am. So this is worked out kind of nice. Yes, so yes, we're going to be hitting up the Oracle one first. I'm heading down to a nice, lush, star-bold planet that hasn't got aggressive sentinels. I strongly suggest not doing this on a planet with extreme sentinels or storms. So really, if you go to a 1-class systems, like 1-star class systems, that reduces the chance of having storms because you don't get magnetized ferrite and all that sort of stuff and activated emerald and things inside of 1-star systems, which you can find from the galactic map. Anyway, so I'm flying down here, so if you've got the economy scanner installed and all that sort of shenanigans, you should be able to see the race and all that from the galactic map. So yeah, let's head on down, which I'll touch on a little bit later anyway. I'm going to head in here and I'm going to be landing and I'm going to be calling in an exocraft. Now I've already got my freighter inside of this system, but just in case I haven't, I'll resummon it. But yeah, I'm going to be calling in an exocraft and using the exocraft scanner to find myself a monolith. Now you can do this using maps that you get from the cartographer, and you need to get the alien maps, but it is going to find you plaques and all sorts of stuff, whereas the actual exocraft, if you've got the fully upgraded scanners, you're going to be able to just highlight a monolith straight away. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So for me to call in my actual exocraft, oh, there we go, I've already got my freighter inside of system, so I'm going to be using the Nomad, because inside the Nomad I know that I've already fully upgraded all of the scanners. So if I go into the scan options, I should have a whole array of different buildings I can find, including drop pods. But yeah, there we go, there's monolith, that's the one we want. Boom, we've hit on upper monolith. Now all I'm going to do is hold and select said monolith, and then I'm going to be jumping in my ship and flying there. And we've arrived, Decated. Heck yes, we have. Righto, let's head on over to this monolith. Hit up. Ooh, I don't know the word for commander. Okay, for the Korvax. And expedition. Okay, it looks like they've added some more words in, people. And frigates. So this could all be to do with maybe the Leviathan update. Haven't checked Korvax knowledge stones for a while, it would seem, people. Right, suggest you do the same if you want to learn all the words. Heck yes, but I did know all the words. I guess I've added some new ones. Right, so basically you have to get the questions wrong. You have to get them wrong, okay? And you've got to get 5 of them wrong. Okay, so here we go. I feel that I got that one wrong. I did. Now what you will notice is you're going to take damage. Oh fudging heck, it blew up my trade rockets. But normally it would come up and it would say that your faction rating has dropped. It's got to say your faction rating has dropped 5 times. So if it doesn't say that, like it didn't on this one, it just broke my bloody tech, I don't think that one counted. So it's very fussy. Even though I got it wrong, it didn't affect my rating with the race. You need to see it affect your rating with the race negatively by -1 or -2 or whatever, at least 5 times before this actually pops. So selected enough of monolith. We're on our way to monolith 2, and let's see if it comes up with faction rating has dropped this time, people in the viewerverse. So yeah, heading over. Like I say, it can be fussy. So yeah, although that I get like 5 wrong, it's probably around the 7th one that I get wrong that it actually pops the title. So just persevere with it, just keep going. Oh, learn the word for happy. Happy days. Right, well let's go and hit up this one. Nothing learned. Brilliant. I think I know all the words now. Let's just double check. Let's just go hit this one up. Freaking heck. That's a bit knobbly, isn't it? There we go. Nothing learned. Okay, right. Well, let's head on up the steps and let's get this one wrong. Okay, people? Yeah, don't get the questions right. So in this one, let's see what we're going to do here. Okay, 2 beads. Now, some of these you can't get wrong. Some of them, no matter what option you choose, just changes the outcome of what you get. So some might replenish your shield, one might give you back your health, whatever. So I think this one is one of those. I don't think it matters which one I actually choose, because there it said, freedom. It should have been the top one. But I've reloaded and tried again, and it did exactly the same thing. It just increased my standing. So that has not helped me a jot. No, it hasn't. But it hasn't discounted the one that I got wrong, even though I think that one didn't actually affect me negatively anyway. Anyway, we're at the next one. Let's see how we get on with this one. Okay, coolio. And again, this one you can't get wrong. It doesn't matter what you give it, it's going to be a positive outcome. So again, doesn't actually count. So there's a lot that don't count. Oh look, it's offered me a multi-tool. No thank you, I'll decline that. It looks like a hairdryer. I guess it does. Right, okay, let's move on to the frickin' next one then. And here we go, touching down at another monolith. They all look the frickin' same on this planet. No sort of variety to their monoliths. They look like those giant Kong toys that you get for dogs that are indestructible, don't they? Right, okay, well, let's head on up these steps. Let's hit on up the monolith, and let's see if we can get this one wrong. Okay, for fudge's sake. This one, I've already been to this frickin' one. Oh my days. Right, well, if this starts happening, just fly to a neighbouring planet. Don't jump system, no need. Just fly to another planet. As long as it's not got extreme storms or extreme sentinels, it should be frickin' fine and dandy. So I'm going to be touching down on a nice arid sort of Asti planet. Okay, right, brilliant. Yes, it's one of these ones. Great, cool. I'm just going to be doing the same thing again. Calling in my frickin' exocraft, using the scanner to find said monolith. Like I say, you can use the cartography maps. The alien ones should find you monoliths. Heck yes, they should. Right, awesome. Let's go and jump inside of the ship, and let's go and fly on over to my first monolith on this new planet. Let's see how we get on when we get there, shall we, people? So it's just a rinse and repeat of the same things that I was doing before. I'll show you the technology inside of my freighter and inside of my exocraft shortly, people, because we've got to do the Vy'keen one yet, so I might as well do the Korvax one and then show you the prerequisites. Okay, coolio. Let's touch on down here and let's head on over to this monolith. I mean, this part of the video is just to tell you about what's wrong, what's right at monoliths, basically. The next step, I'll show you pretty much the other stuff, the prerequisites that you need in order to do it the way that I'm doing it. I mean, like I say, you can do it with cartography maps. You could just fly over the planet looking for freaking monoliths using your freaking eye peepers if you're good at that. You know? Yeah, so on PC, it's a lot easier. You can even get mods to sort of slow you down or whatever, and you can fly a lot slower and things. So who knows? Do it the way you want to do it, but this is the way I want to do it. I'm using my exocraft. Lovely jubbly. Awesome. There we go. That's a minus. That one worked. That one is definitely counts towards the 5. Now, I've probably got some wrong in the past, because I was learning Atlas words by visiting all of these monoliths, but I think I did it in a Geek system, hence why I think that's why I've got the Geek reward for this one already, and just didn't realise what I'd done to get it. Righto, awesome. Yeah, the Visions Master. Already got that one. So there we go, boom. Standing has decreased once again, so that's 2 down, isn't it, pretty much? But then the first one that I did, although it didn't come up with standing decreased, it may have counted. It's very fussy. Is it a bug? Is it a feature type shenanigans going on here? It's very hard to tell this day and age, isn't it, with No Man's Sky, what is what and what is not. Anyway, let's hit on up another monolith. Let's fly on over and let's see if this one pops the badge. But I think we're still like 1 or 2 short from doing that. But we shall see, people in the viewerverse, aren't we? Right, well, let's touch on down here. Right, we've got a little bit of a storm rolling in, but it's not an extreme storm. It's something that I can quite weather quite nicely with my hazard protection. Right, well, let's head on up the stairs. Let's see if we can get this one wrong. Okay, coolio. Okay, brilliant. So learning all the words is kind of vital to understanding to what you need to actually select, because all this text here is gibberish if you haven't learnt all the words. And so this is kind of like, I'm just doing all the titles because I've run out of things to do now, so I'm just trying to get all the titles done. So hopefully you're in the same boat as me and you already know the words. It makes this a heck of a lot easier. But there we go, dundily and done. And yeah, one more, decreased, standing with the Korvax. Now if you are bothered about your actual rating and your standing with the said races and you want to bring it back up again, the best thing to do is go to a trading post, and as visitors land, you buy their trinkets and sell them to the Korvax actually walking around by the Galactic Trade Terminal inside of the trading post, and that's going to give you all your faction rating back. You can do it all there. You just need a few units. Yeah, done and done. Right, well, I think I chose the wrong one on this one. I chose Unseen Point. I needed to choose the Red Giant. Oh well, I could do a reload, but I'm not overly bothered. We'll just press on to the bloody next one, mate. So here we go. I think I've only just got to get one more wrong at this stage. So here we go. Beware monolith, creates dangerous toxins, poisons, move back. Okay, so in this case, you should have to top up your toxic protection. But yeah, or whatever. I'm just going to go to that one. Yeah, there we are. Brilliant. I've taken the radiation or toxin damage or whatever. Dundily and done. And we've got the badge. We've got it. We've got the Oracle badge, people in the viewerverse. Boom, boom, boom. I guess we do. So next up, we're going to do the Vy'keen one. Heck yes, we are, people in the viewerverse. But before we get into that, I'm up inside the Nexus and talking to Perseus. Hello there, Perseus. He's the Exocraft Research Technician. And you can see here, that middle sort of column of all the scanners are the scanners that you're going to need, and you can install those into your Roma, inside of your Nomad, which I've done, your Pilgrim, etc, etc. Your choice. I like the Nomad mainly because it can skim across water as well and land, so it's quite a multiversal sort of vehicle. The only bad thing about it hasn't got much storage, but they have improved that. So anyway, that's the technology you're going to need. Then you're going to need to install it inside of your Exocraft, and there they are. I've installated them all, and you can see there that it gives you additional sorts of building types, which is the most important piece for this. So there we go, peeps, dundily and done on the tech there. So that's the Exocraft, this is the actual freighter. I've gone to the panel that's opposite my base door entrance, the one that looks like a squashed armadillo robot. You go into here, and yeah, you can press R1 to move on to the next page. That's what I did there, people. And I've got the Orbital Exocraft Materializer. That's what lets me call in my Exocraft. Now, you are going to be needing maybe to upgrade all the different warp drives on your actual freighter so you can jump it to any star system. I have been going to 1-star systems, which should be usually the normal star system, so you maybe not, but yes, it does help. Anyhow, this is what the room looks like once you've got it installed. It's got a little hologram of all the Exocrafts. It's quite easy to spot from all the other text, but yeah, just make sure that's installed, and then you should be able to call in your Exocraft to planet surface. Right, so let's go and check. There we go. I've now got the Oracle one. That one's already unlocked. This one here is the Vy'keen one. There. Feel the wrath of the Vy'keen Augur. You can see that I've already got Vision Master, learned from the Gek monolith. So we've already done that one. We've got the Korvax one, the Oracle. Now it's just Augur that we need to do. Now it's exactly the same process. Now I'm going to be using my freighter to find myself a Vy'keen system. So I just go to this panel over here, and because I've got all the tech installed on my freighter, I can do this quite easily. So I just need to select race, or the actual life form, from the filter at the top, and I'm doing that using the D-pad, and I've selected life form, and that makes all the red stars sort of stand out and glow a little, and I'm just looking for a 1-star. There's a 1-star. The reason I'm looking for a 1-star, less likely to have activated storms and sort of nastiness and extreme weather planets. Righto, now I'm just going to go jump inside of my ship, and I'm just going to be teleporting down. But first I'm just going to do a little quick scan of the system using that bit of tech, because it lights up all the planets, so I know where I'm going before I go there. I'm going to go to that Paradise planet. That one looked quite nice, but I don't like the idea of boiling doom. It's got doom in the title. That's kind of a hint that it might be doomish. Right, cool. So we landed on this nice sort of lush paradisey type planet. And you can see there, not even got sentinels present, people. Hardly any storms. What a beautiful planet to be doing this on. Right, okay, cool. And yeah, you're going to find your own one just hitting up that 1-star method that I just told you about there, people. So there we go, lovely jubbly. And I've already found myself with my first monolith. I'm going to be flying over there. Now, you saw me going to monolith after monolith and doing all the puzzles, so I might just skip out quite a few of them and show you some that are a little bit finicky, and then just show you me popping the title at this stage, people. Yeah, and to be honest, I didn't have to visit as many, so I must have failed a few Vy'keen ones in the past. So there's this one here which is very odd. It says that they took the treasure from Null, from the battle, and they put it in the city. So the city should be the correct answer. So that means that there's 2 incorrect answers. The battle image, because that's where they got it from, and the treasure image is what they took. The city image is the right answer. So I select battle, thinking I'd get it wrong, and no standing change, no nothing, no damage taken. It's almost like they didn't bloody program it, mate. It's just freaking weird. It's freaking weird, people. Is it a bug? Or is it a feature? Hello, games! I shout from the top of my lungs, from the top of a monolith. It's weird, isn't it? Anyway, called in my Exocraft. Let's just hit this one up. That was the only finicky one I came across, to be fair. Okay, so here we go, let's hit on up the monolith. But they are there, is what I'm putting out there, people. So even though you know you've got it wrong, it might not count towards the 5. So just keep going till you hit 8 or 9 or something, and then hopefully it's going to bloody pop. Okay, it should be 5, but who knows whether there's dodgy sort of buggy sort of features. Okay, cool. Let's absorb the toxins in this case, because this is the one where I should get hit with a radiation blast, very similar to the Corvax one. They just changed a few words. Okay, brilliant. We've got our title, people. There we go. Learned from Vy'keen monoliths. And yeah, it's getting it wrong. Getting it wrong, not right. Okay, people, there you go. I've unlocked those 2 titles, so that's all free done. Until next time, people, you've been freaking awesome. I've been Captain Steve. Goodbye, and goodbye again. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe. And I'd like to say a massive, great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers. And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.